from Saturday the 6th. No, the 9th of August. I knew it was in the single digits. And the reason that I was interested in this was take a look at 5 across. Fiddle around person who works on vessels, etc. Okay, fine. That's a clue. 25 across. Fiddle around person who works on vessels, etc. It's the same clue. And if we take a look at 6, in Queer Street, person asking others to provide answers. 24, in Queer Street, person asking others to provide answers. Isn't that insane? It is the same clue. Hi, Shafki. You've already solved this, but I couldn't, so I need the help. So it's why I'm bringing everyone here. Isn't that insane that you've got essentially Schrodinger clues? Or at least I assume they're going to solve to different answers. I think 11 is quite possibly my favourite clues for quite some time. Seabird downloadable from internet. Seabird downloadable from internet. Now, I think when I filled this in, I just went turn, and it's also here, Seabird downloadable from internet, turn. But you can also get earn. Both turn and earn are hidden in internet, and that is just incredible. I love that. So one of those has to go here, and I think it is that way round because I can solve one down. So we've got earn and turn from the same clue, and I just love that. That's just incredible. So anyway, allow me to first go. So those are the main clues that I solved. I'll be honest. I also solved one down, but allow me first go to all the clues when I get stuck over to you. But I think this has got something special about it, so I really wanted to show you it. I put turn in twice earlier when I initially solved it, Guinevere, and then I solved one down and went, oh wow. So one down, unlikable character I confused with another. Unlikable character I confused with another. This is fairly straightforward. I'll give that a bit because I've already solved this one. No, but I can't remember many. Oh, and I have solved 13 across and 8 down, but I will let you get to that. I think it's incredible that 13 across and 8 down go symmetrically in the grid as well. It's wonderful. Go for one down. Unlikable character is a definition. I confused with another. So it's an anagram of I and another. I'm thinking of Taylor Swift. Anti-hero. So 5 across. Fiddle around person who works with on vessels, etc. Is it going to be like Seaman? No, it can't be Seaman for at least 5 across. It could be maybe for 25 across. Fiddle could be con. Person. Isn't it Guinevere? And I've barely scratched the surface of it at the moment. Fiddle around person who works on vessels, etc. Gonna have to come back to that, I think. I think the downs are fairly straightforward. So the downs are going to be what help unlock everything. Because 9 across. Input for 13-8 appropriately placed could be direct. And of course it's the same clue for input for 13-8 appropriately placed could be direct. The double hidden is just mind-blowing. It's so simple, but it's so pure. And the fact that you've got earn and turn, and they're both birds, and they're both seabirds, it's just a delight. And it's quite possibly my favourite clue in quite some time. Someone asked me recently, what is my favourite clue? And it's a case of, I don't know. And I hadn't seen this clue at the time. Now, at least, nothing springs to mind, really. But now this clue springs to mind. Not getting this. 3 down. No, 2 down. With no difficulty, left scoundrel. Is that going to be easily? Left could be that. Scoundrel could be scally, like scallywag. With no difficulty, simply. Loosely. Lightly. I want it to end ly. So what scoundrels end in ly? Wally. First letter, please, that puzzle guy. It's probably L. W. Okay, so with could be just W. No could be scoundrel. Second letter, please. With is probably W. So I think scoundrel might now be the definition. No difficulty is ease. Left is L. Thank you very much. A scoundrel is a weasel. Thank you very much. Here we are. Okay, I'm just going to bust open. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm gonna show them to you, but I'm not going to give you the answers just yet. Business practice exploiting redundancy, with first part repeated thrice in second. Business practice exploiting redundancy, with first part repeated thrice in second. Now, I don't actually know how the clue works, but I know I'm certain of the answer. Business practice, yes. Exploiting redundancy, fine, yeah. With first part repeated thrice in second. It is so many words. But based on the grid, based on the fact that we've got clues appearing twice, I got this from that one letter, that O. Or at least I assume I have. Because we've got doubles of stuff. And this definitely fits. And it's symmetrical. It's just mind-boggling as well. They're both 11 and they're symmetrical about the centre. It has to be double entry bookkeeping because that's the business practice exploiting redundancy. But I don't get the rest of the clue. There's a lot more words going on. Yes, puzzle guy. Yes, it is. And that gives you 9 and 23. Input for double entry bookkeeping. Appropriately placed, this could be direct. Input for double entry bookkeeping, appropriately placed. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So it's going to be debits for one of them. Oh, hang on. And they're appropriately placed. So the 23 down here, you put your pluses on one side and you put your minuses on the other, and I don't know how double entry bookkeeping works. He says, owning his own small sole trading business. I have spreadsheets accounting for everything. I'm sure I'll get audited one day. I have all the records, I have all the receipts, but it's going to be fun for them. But it's got to be the debits and the credits, right? So because it's direct debit. So I kind of want that, but I don't know what this. So is it assets for the other one? Assets can't be direct. Oh, hang on. Credit is an Oh, that's delightful. Okay, so could be direct is a clue to debits, as in direct debits, and could be direct is an anagram of direct, which is credit. That's actually insane. Oh, this is why. Let's just say this is why I was saving it. Not because I couldn't solve it. No. This is why I was saving it, because I knew I wanted to do this on the stream. Supporter of right to include male in speculation. Supporter of right to include male in speculation. I know, John. Just insane. Supporter. Okay. So it could be a T. Of right to include male. Oh, could be like a male animal. Speculation. Supporter could also be bra. That's quite common. Include male. So would it have an M in here? I feel like the definition is speculation. First letter, please, John. What's it supporting? I don't know. Supporter of right. Okay. Oh, of right to include. Of right to include male. Right to include. The right to include is... So this would be T. Can you get confirmation on the second letter, please? Supporter of right. No. Oh. So is it just a T as in the letter T then for the supporter? So... Yeah, I may not have confirmation. Indeed. THE blank R blank. I should be able to get it from that. There's... Who is a supporter of... Oh, a Tory. Okay, so speculation is theory. Oh, so the male is he in Tory. I really should have got that. Yeah, okay, so he is male in speculation, in supporter of the right, which is a Tory. And that becomes a theory, which is speculation. Okay, good. I think, normally I sort of work my way through the grid. I think I'll be pincer moving this. If I do 15, I'll get some letters to hopefully get the other half of this, because fiddle around person who works on vessels, etc. Tanner? No. So let's have a look at 15 down. Again, negotiates withdrawals. So again is negotiates. And then withdrawals, treats. So if you treat in treaty, you negotiate. So retreats, withdrawals. So that works there. So we've got a T in that one. 17 down. Bit of basic education in a bank that's more culturally affected. So the 3 R's of the basic education. So one of those would be an R. In a bank, a tier. Okay, so R in a tier becomes R tier, more culturally affected. Now that's annoying because they're both of these are probably going to end in ER, aren't they? Part from religious group, write about nothing. That'll be sector, I think, because a sect is a religious group, and then write. So religious group is sect, write is R, all of that about nothing, O, and that is a part. So for these two, it's just how the brain works. You will solve clues that I can, and I will solve clues that you can't. I think I said the same thing twice there, but you know what I mean. Fiddle about person who works on vessels, etc. There's got to be 2 ways of reading this. OTR in 25 and TNE. Vessel. Okay. Is 25 Potter? Because they would work on vessels in terms of that. Both are Tonta. Yes, that's what I've got. Is it Potter? Okay, because you can work on like ceramic vessels. But why? So fiddle. Why is it that? Evening, Ratfinks. You join us at an absolutely bonkers crossword. Take a look at 9 down and 23 across. 9 across and 23 across. Fiddle around is to potter. Oof, okay. Yeah, okay. Just spent away pottering about the house. Okay. Fiddle around. So to fiddle is to tie or something around person who works on vessels, etc. What if vessels, etc. was the definition now? Works the same way. So to fiddle around is to... Second letter, please. Tinter. Tinder. Tinder. Different material vessels. Tin. Wait, they're made of tin then. Tint. Why are you saying tinternet, Shufky? That's not helpful. There's a hint in that and I haven't spotted it. Fiddle. Tinner? Is it just a tinner? T-I-N-N-E-R? And a person who works on vessels, etc. would be a tinner. Is it that? Oh, it's okay, a tinter, because he's actually being helpful with tinternet. Right, okay, but why is it tinter? Let's look that up. So a tinter, to colour, tinge, to acquire a tint. It's not. No. Tinker. That's why someone was saying Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Right, okay, fine. So someone who works on vessels, as in boats, I think could be a tinker. Well, no, actually just vehicles as well. And to fiddle around is to tinker. Right, that's essentially very similar definitions, not as cool as debits and credit, which is just mind-blowing, and earn and turn, which is very cool. Okay, so let's try some more downs. Let's try some downs before I tackle the others. Policy going around bend oddly, just the opposite. It gets blanket coverage. Policy going around bend oddly. So bend oddly is BN, and that's going to go around policy. It gets blanket coverage. It's going to be like bed cover or something. But if it's BN, it goes around a policy. It gets blanket coverage. Bed. Just got bedpan now. Just the opposite. So it's bend oddly going around policy, and it gets blanket coverage. What do you put a blanket on? Or what gets a blanket put on it? Like you can get a blanket of snow. But I think that's what's going on. 4 down. Is doing something artistic with others. He is. Is doing something artistic with others. He is. He is also helium. He is gas. And it could be eyes. Doing something with others, et al. I feel like it's artist. Now, why would it be artist? Oh, it could be. It could. I was assuming bend oddly would be B and N, but it could just be anagram of bend. You're quite right. So anagram of bend. So that would be bed, and then I need the policy. So I think that's good. It's not artist, is it? It's just yes, it's not that. He is. So it's like a helium. It's like a gas. Inert. First letter, please. I don't get this one at all. Is doing something artistic. Painting. He is. So it feels like the definition is going to be the name of an artist. For 4 down, please. E. With others. Et al. he is. Second letter, please. But not et al. Our eyes could be eaters because I is an I. No, it's an iota, Dan. It's an iota. Next letter. I have massively overcomplicated this potentially based on what Archer said. What he is. Etcher. Etches. With others is etc. He is he and is s. Okay. So the definition is doing something artistic. Okay. We'll do 7 down now. Let's find the can. What clue is this? If this is 7 up, this clue. 7 down. He is he's, yes. Stranger, large glass. Stranger, strangers. Alien. It's a can of 39 across. That was pop in the previous crossword. It does never get old. Large L. Glass. Stranger. Rummer. Odder. Weirder. Alien. Oh, okay. Could be a type of glass then, and I should probably come back to that. Okay. Oh no. Well, I wasn't paying attention, so. There is a drinking glass called a rummer. Ha! So if something is rum, then it is stranger, is rummer. Okay. There's some very interesting things going on in 10 across now. 6 across. In Queer Street, person asking others to provide answers. And if we just take a look at 24 across, in Queer Street, person asking others to provide answers. So, person asking others to provide answers. In Queer Street, it's almost inquirer there. In Queer Street, hang on, is it a hidden? No, okay. Okay. Queer Street, anagram of street is a tester, and that would be a person asking others to provide answers. So that is one of that clue. I don't know the other half yet. I need some more letters for that. And Michael had the other one, so let's take a look at 12 and 18. More than one artistic representation brings in equivalent to heads. And no, that says more that one artistic, and this says more than one. The clues have 1 letter difference. Tester probably goes there, but if it doesn't, I can put it in there. More than one artistic representation. That's going to be likenesses then. Brings in equivalent to heads. So heads is a ness. And that's that. Oh, so this is bed linen. So your policy. What's your policy? What's your line? Okay. 10 across. Show follower of Washington historically in US. Show follower of Washington historically in US. Owl champ. Irritatingly, I think I have 22 across. I think I have 22 across. Because I've got an answer to this that doesn't fit. I'm going to go for 22, and I'm going to go for Hamilton, because there's a show called Hamilton, and didn't Hamilton follow Washington, possibly, in the US? So I think Hamilton is one way of reading this. And now, a name of someone who follows Washington? All I've got is Owl Thump now. Hamilton was one of Washington's aides-de-camp. So show could be air or... Second letter, please, for this one. Let's deal with this pair then. Think show. Air. Oh, okay. So another show is Oklahoma. Now, why? Why Oklahoma for that? I don't get it. Hang on. Oklahoma is the 49th state to join the Union. Was Washington the 48th? Because if so, that's insane. If that's how it works, Washington's up in the northwest there. If that's 48, Oklahoma's 49, Hawaii's 50. None of that is right. Is Oklahoma not 49? No, hang on. Hawaii's 50. What joined before Hawaii? Alaska's 49. Oklahoma's not 49. Sorry. Oklahoma can't be 60. Hang on, you're talking years. No, 46. Okay, Alaska was 49. That's what I'm thinking. Oklahoma and... No, I'm thinking Alaska and Hawaii. So why is it a follower of Washington, then? It was just a follower, not a direct... No, that's not as good. But still, okay, fine. They're both shows, though, which is quite impressive. So that was that one. What have we got? 14 towns. Support the new, not now. Support the new, not now. Is this support going to be bra? No exclamation mark has been put in the grid, I'm afraid. So technically it's invalid. Support the new. So if the support is bra, and then we have the that is new, not now. Not spotting it. 16. Keep pressure on failing to terminate nincompoop. Okay. On firm. So, failing to terminate nincompoop. Washington is a town in Oklahoma, so you can have Washington, Oklahoma. Okay. I'll yeah. I mean, I've lived in Oklahoma and I don't remember that. Keep pressure on, staunch, compress, nincompoop, 5-letter term for... Oh no, hang on. I was gonna... No. 19. Neat and tidy after alteration. Okay, that's an anagram of untidy. That is dainty. Neat is dainty, and untidy after alteration, anagram of untidy. Okay, so here we've had likenesses, and Ness is ahead, and I don't quite know how the brings... Anyway, more than one artistic representation brings in brings in his land. So landscapes. And so lands and capes. So brings in his lands, and capes are like heads. And in this one, lichens, L-I-K, no, like, I'm not quite sure how that one works, but that is very cool that you can get likenesses and landscapes out of that. Ness and heads, they're both like promontories, like things that jut out to sea. Yeah, absolutely. They're like a ness, yeah. Equivalent to is equivalent to, and heads is nesses. Ah, of course it is. Yes, so like nesses or landscapes. Very cool. So we got back chat. Support is back, so that's fine. The new. Back something. Back. Oh, hang on. Back. I've taken that out. Back then. The and then N for new. So back then is not now. Support is back. The is the. New is N. Back then is not now. But support is back. Do you mean the for the? Nah. So we have tester. And now in Queer Street. Oh, is it a setter? So anagram of street is tester and setter, and that is a person who asks others to provide answers. Ha ha ha. Fine. And then that gives us this last clue. So I'm assuming ass is your nincompoop. So I need firm, which is hard. There we go. But it's failing to terminate, so hard minus the last letter, and then you get ass, and then keep pressure on, you harass. And that is this puzzle from The Independent. I forget who it's by. Brendan. There we go. It's by Brendan. Let's check. Check all. Confirm check all. Nothing has disappeared. Everything is correct. Huzzah! And The Guardian have improved slightly their layout, just because we could see everything all on the one screen, which was good. But the debits and credit, that's just incredible that you can get input for double entry and they're appropriately placed. Debits can be direct and credit is an anagram of direct. I think that is brilliant. And the fact that you can get turn and earn from Seabird, downloadable from internet, just incredible. This is why I love crosswords, because sometimes you come across a gem like that.